All right, Leo, here we go. The Leo soap opera for September 2022 for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. It's a general reading. It may or may not resonate with you, but if the title brought you in here, you found Steve's Love Tarot. Let me fix my mic. You're here for a reason. All right, I got a pre-shuffle here. Here we go. Leo soap. I saved yours for after lunch. This isn't surprising based on what I get in my pre-shuffle here. And based on what I get in the weekly readings and Friday pulls, and every time I pull on the Leo soap opera, it's not surprising. Now, I can't tell you apart from your soulmate, so I say somebody, but I'm going to say your person, but roles can be reversed here. This is the most love I can pull from the deck. It's the Queen of Cups. Okay? Yep. It's right there. It's blocked. Seven of Wands crossing the Queen of Cups. Blocked love. Somebody feels blocked in love. Somebody is not in love. Somebody here is in a situation, either family or a marriage, one or the other. Well, it could be a career, or it could be within themselves. It could be that too. Love is blocked. Can I phrase it like that? Love is blocked. And what's funny about that is they want out of it. They want to fix that. Okay? King of Swords. They know what they need to do. He knows what he needs to do. He's the King of Truth. Right? He knows the truth, is the truth, speaks the truth, cuts things out that suck. You know, goes for, they want love. This person, whoever this is, but love is blocked. And what's slowing them down? Grandma on the freeway at 15 miles an hour from a very stable, solid, new beginning is pain that they haven't looked at. Three of Swords, Kurt Cobain in pain, is bookending the Queen of Cups, who is blocked. It is somebody here, there's something they haven't looked at. Some kind of pain. And that pain, I know they haven't looked at it. I'll keep going just to show you why. I'll prove it to you. That pain keeps them from Knight of Cups, bringing love to the soul connection, bringing love to anything. I think this person's shut down, right? There's the moon. And there's my Queen of Cups. You see her? Redhead? You see the redhead? The redhead. Underwater. It's blocked. There's something that they haven't looked at. They haven't looked at this pain. They haven't dealt with it. They ignore it. They look away from it. And they just sit in what I would describe as toxin. They just sit in it. It's blocked. We'll see if it gets unblocked. It looks like they want to. They know what they need to do, but this person shuts it down. Because when we have pain we haven't dealt with, we're fine just to sit in something that's bad. We're okay with it. They tell themselves it's fine. They might distract themselves. I don't know. But I feel the pain as I pull it. It's something they haven't looked at. It could be, I'll give you an example. It's just an example. If it applies to you, fine. But for everybody, it's an example of you hate the marriage you're in. You're unhappy. There's no love. You're not even banging anymore. None of that. But you don't go anywhere because you don't have any self-worth. You don't have any self-respect because you've got something painful you just have refused to take out and look at. So at that point, there's nowhere for you to go. You just sit in it. You sit in there unhappy, feeling like whatever, fuck it. And yet this soulmate connection comes along and makes you really want to get out of it. You see how you could be happy. But until you deal with the past pain, you can't be happy. You can't. Because you're only responsible for your own happiness. It's up to ourselves to make ourselves happy, not another person. Somebody here, and I feel this in your connection a lot. I get it in cancers too from time to time. Somebody here, it could be the person they're with hurt them. And they just never dealt with it. We see that a lot with people that get cheated on. They let it slide. Person says they'll never do it again. They're fine. It's just too much of a pain to leave this thing. Let's just stay in it. Fine. But it never really gets addressed as to why it happened. Which is why it usually happens again. You know, the TV show Cheaters has a repeat offender episode every season for a reason. All right. That's what a pre-shuffle is. And that backs up every weekly reading I get. I get it all the time. Somebody wants out, but they're not doing anything about it. And they've come close many times. I'm shuffling the deck. I figured you'd want all the information I can give you, right? This first card out is why the fuck are we here? It's before the cut. It's a Page of Swords. Someone is lacking self-worth here. It's a runner. It is the runner, whoever it is. roles can be reversed here in a Leo reading, but whoever this person is, I'll say it's your person. They lack self-worth. They lack self-esteem. They lack something hurt them, and they allowed it to get to them. And it keeps love blocked. They won't give it. They shut down. No, I don't want this. Even though it makes them feel happy, the second something does, they shut it down. This may not be what you want to hear. I get this all the time. These these monthly readings bring in a lot of new people who aren't used to me, right? Tarot is about life. Life is light and shade. There's no sugarcoat readings here. There's a lot of psychology here. And we get to it. We will. 6 of Cups comes after the cut. All right? Someone here just isn't dealing with it. Someone here is... There's something from the past that someone here is glazing over that they need to look at. That Page of Swords, it's just, as far as the soulmate connection, they feel small next to it. They don't feel like they're worthy of it. It might be someone who tells themselves, well, it's just as well I don't go toward the soulmate. They're dodging a bullet. Someone who feels that way about themselves, self-loathing on some level. And that might be an overstatement. Okay, but overstatements are good. You want to give an example, you give an example. You could dumb that example down as much as you want to based on your situation. But something from the past causes this person to feel small. The energies around them make them feel small. Could be a Burger King controlling them. It could be whatever. Could be somebody who's been in a situation since they were very young and now they're a little older, but they don't know how to be on their own. They were always dependent. It's a codependent situation. Could be that too. Could be any of that. Let's shuffle the deck. Give the deck a final shuffle. Let's pull ourselves a reading. Let's see where this is going. Give me the soulmate cycle from the angle of Leo for September 2022. Oh, their course has been corrected. They're well aware of all this. We know that from the King of Swords in the pre-shuffle. King of Swords knows the truth. They know what they want to do, but that King of Swords was also sitting down. Wasn't exactly standing up and doing anything. It's the old line, you see me reaching for my wallet. Nope. It's fucking hilarious. It is hilarious on some level. It is, because this person knows what they want to do. I feel that in the energy. Until they look at that pain, they won't be able to do it. They won't. They'll sit in that toxin. Let's go. You ready? Here we go. Most powerful card I can pull is the overall energy of our reading. It's the world. This is some powerful shit. A cycle has ended. Enough is enough is the energy around your person. The environmental energy. It's tough for them to stay in it. They're being forced to almost, this is the universe forcing them under new energy to look at that pain. What's fueling this? 2 swords. 2 swords, a little wimpy card crossing the most powerful card I can pull. This is someone here just wearing the blinders, going through life with blinders on. It's tough to see. It's a line from a theme song to an old TV show from the 70s, I think, called Alice. Right? She was a waitress at Mel's Diner. It's one of those, it's a line from the theme song. It popped in my head. I haven't thought about that in decades. I swear to God. Going through life with blinders on, it's tough to see. That's what somebody's doing, but all the energy around them, oh, it's changed. It's done. It's past its expiration date. It's all they're doing by not looking at that pain is causing more pain. That's it. That's all they're doing. There's no future in where they're sitting. Well, the future is more 3 of Swords. Really. I think the universe is forcing them to look at it a little bit, but those blinders are still on. Right here's the energy around your connection. Right here's how your person's behaving in the 3D. Right here's their soul. Right here's the message from the universe. It's red with the energy of the connection. Right here's the potential final outcome. I say potential because I cannot predict free will. Although I will say your person is the closest I can come to predicting free will. The universe itself doesn't have a lot of faith that this person will overcome this. Okay? So make sure you work on yourself and take care of your own lessons. I'm just being honest with you. You don't like it? Tough shit. I'm telling you, Steve, am telling you, the universe does not have a lot of faith. The universe throws the world at them, hands them a delicious soulmate, somebody they could be themselves with, somebody they could have a good life with, and they put the blinders on. Swatting at it. No. I'm going to stay where I'm at. There's a past pain that hasn't been looked at here. And it's going to get looked at one way or another. Like I always tell you, the soul always wins in the end. Whenever that end is. At the end of it all, it wins. Because right before you're about to kick off, I can tell you this, right before you're about to kick off and leave this lifetime, everything comes up from the depths. Just moments before it, everything for you to look at. All of it. It's like the soul regurgitates, right? Like throws up in the corner. And you're forced to smell it. Right here, this person, they better look at this. One day they will, if not now. What's the energy around the connection? See? King of Wands, Burger King, ego, pride. No. King of Wands. Well, you know we call this the Burger King. You know that this has been our problem. The energy around your connection right now is someone's being stubborn. Someone has to have things their way. Someone is just pretending that everything is great. Everything is fantastic. There's a whole lot of phoniness around someone's reaction to this soulmate connection right now. Going through life with blinders on, trying to pretend it's not there. How they behaving in the 3D? Four of Swords. Doing nothing about it. It is a card of healing. It is. But because the Burger King is here, he don't want any of this. He don't want to heal. He don't want to be open to anybody and share feelings or anything. No, he got hurt in the past. Now he just puts up a front, an ego, right? A little player energy, like the kids might say, something like that. But it's deeper than that. It's a defense mechanism, okay? In psychology, that's what they'd call it. And their coping mechanism, another type of mechanism, is to do nothing. This Four of Swords has a lot of meaning. Sometimes it's healing, sometimes it's the heart chakra opening, and sometimes it's shutting down the brain and letting the soul energy flow. That's where the healing comes from. This is nothing. Crickets chirping. They're just sitting, probably telling everybody how happy they are. Could be. Okay? This is what I see with this person all the time. But that King of Swords in the pre-shuffle told me they know what they want to do. We ain't done yet. How's the soul? Here's their soul. It's bookending this King of Wands. This is ego. This is brain. This is not soul. Here's the soul. Ten of Cups. In their wildest fantasies, I'll phrase it this way, the soul wants to be happy. This is a whole lot of fairyland sitting on a rainbow. You can't sit on a rainbow. It's not real. It's light energy. It's not physical matter. That said, this is a whole lot of fairyland. Deep down in the soul, they dream about not being this. Not about letting their ego down. This is going to be very interesting to clarify. There's more here. I'm just not going to... We'll see when we clarify. Hidden energy, message from the universe, read with Burger King. Chariot. Normally, this is a balanced emperor that drives the chariot, and the two horses are under control and it's driving. This is out of control chariot, as I get it. This is a chariot right here that is, the two horses are pulling in two different directions. Okay? One direction, the black horse is from the Knight of Wands, right? The Knight of Wands, the one this one orders around, the ego, the impulsive actions, player energy, emotional immaturity, and this white horse is from the Knight of Cups. They want that. This card is reflecting the bookends here. That's why I said there's a lot more here. This is the white horse, this is the black horse, and they're pulling in two different directions. And in the middle, in the 3D, we got somebody who's just sitting there. Why? Because of what the pre-shuffle showed us. Because they're not looking at that pain. And this world here, a cycle is trying to end. They already know, the King of Swords from the pre-shuffle, they already know what they need to do. Well, I know that. We know it because this came out. If this comes out, it means we got past judgment. Okay? So, they know. I don't have a fool here, I got the world. And I don't think I'm going to get a fool here either. It'd be nice if I did, I won't lie to you. I would love it. I would rejoice. I would dance down the street. butt naked, film it, and put it on YouTube if I get a fool here. I'm not going to get it. I'm not even worried. I haven't looked. I'm not even worried. What's red with the Four of Swords? What's the final outcome? Ace of Wands. This is your person in a nutshell, in one card. This is the Leo soap opera, in a nutshell, in one card. The Ace of Wands, it's a flare-up. It's similar to what Cancer got. If you watch the Cancer reading, they got an Ace of Wands before the cut. And I said, it could flare up and just go out. It feels like it feels like a match getting blown out in the wind. Right, like that. This person goes back and forth. There's new beginnings and then there's nothing. There's new beginnings and then there's nothing. This is what they do. They want out. This, every once in a while, the white horse takes over. White horse. And they want to bring this into reality. And then something happens that keeps them stuck. And I'm telling you, it has to do with that Three of Swords. It has to do with a lack of self-worth on their side. They don't feel worthy of what this connection, this soulmate connection, represents to them. They don't feel worthy of it. And that's all them. It's got nothing to do with you. It's all them. And I imagine that can come from a lot of ways. That can come from someone you're married to hurting you, or in a relationship with hurting you, and you guys never dealing with it, just letting it ride, just sweeping it under the carpet. There's a whole lot this person's been carpet sweeping that they need to look at, and this world is bringing it up. The energies right now are bringing it up. The energies of August are forcing them to look at it, forcing them to make some corrections. This is an Ace of Wands that's trying to happen. Okay? It's trying. Let's clarify. We're going to clarify with the little animal deck, powerful deck we're going to use here. King of Wands. Why is it here? Let's talk about it. This reading does not surprise me based on the weekly readings and what I've been getting for you. Because your person does this to me. Some readings I pull, I say, yep, they're leaving, they're out, there's a divorce happening, yep. And this Ace of Wands explains the whole thing. And this right here, this dichotomy here, white horse, black horse. All right. Let's see. Why is the King of Wands here in the energy of the connection? Why? Yeah. None so blind as those who will not see. That's the King James version. It's my favorite. Nine of Wands. Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot you were here. I was just absorbing the energy. We're at the Ace of Wands is here because we're at a point where they're just about ready to try again. Okay? They're just about, here in September, they're going to reach a point, at some point in September, where they're done with this, with their old life, and they want to move on to something new. They want a passionate new beginning. But at the same time, there's a wall up to it. There's a barrier. There's a nope. It's almost like the universe saying, but it's not going to happen. It's almost like that. Can't say for sure. What's on top? Now I can say for sure. Seven of Wands. It's a wall. What did I say? What did I fucking say? There's a wall up. There's a barrier. They're defensive about their life, about whatever. This person, I'll give you an example. It is just an example. This person, if they were in the shittiest relationship on earth, it was terrible to the outside world. Everybody thinks it's great, but on the inside, it's terrible. This person will fight to the death to convince people that it's terrific, that their life is great, and they're happy, and they're smiling all the time. Every picture of them got a big smile. Oh yeah. Bullshit. There's a wall up here. This person's got a wall. They want to keep this in. You're nice to dream about. The soulmate connection's nice to dream about, but they're somewhere in here is someone who does not feel worthy, okay, of it. And it's all because they let something happen to them. They let the bad things happen and they don't deal with it. They sweep it under the carpet, and negative energy feeds itself. It snowballs underneath the surface. Why is the Seven of Wands here? 8 swords. See? What did I tell you? 8 swords. 8 swords is a fear generator. 8 swords is the nonsense they tell themselves all day long. It's not like the 9 of swords where it's coming to the end. It's just happening at night, kind of a thing. Like no, this is all day long. This person is just tells themselves how great and how happy and how they should be happy. This is the life I wanted. This is the life I dream about. Why am I interested in this soulmate? And deep down in the soul, the soulmate connection lives. there's just this fantasy land of, I wish I could be this happy, but I just don't feel like I can be, so this is all I get. This is what I get. I made my decisions in life, and this is what I get. They have a wall up to your soulmate connection because of it. 9 of Wands crossing, 8, 7 Wands here. With defensiveness, they're defensive. They put up a barrier. They pretend everything's great. King of Wands, ego. Net in the 3D, they're just sitting there. But we're getting close to a point where they're going to want to try again and get out and break free, which is encouraging. The world's telling me that, and the 9 of Wands is also telling me that. Why is the 4 of Swords here? Tell me about the 4 of Swords. This is how they're behaving in the 3D. They're just pretending it's not there. Sleeping their way through life. Playing a role in their life like an actor. Okay. Why is the 4 of Swords here? Ace of Cups. Just keeping it all bottled up. It's getting toxic in there. All the love is bottled up, sealed up with cellophane over the top and stuck in the back of the fridge like a casserole nobody wants. It's getting old and moldy. What's on top? 7 Swords. 7 Swords of bullshit. They know that cup is there. I know that little fox got one eye open, looking right at you. He's looking right over here. He's looking right at me. I'm you in this reading, unless roles are reversed. This is bullshit. This is all bullshit. They know it. This ties to that King of Swords in the pre-shuffle too. They know what they want to do. What's slowing them down is those 3 swords that they haven't looked at. Why is the 7 Swords here? Fear. 4 of Pentacles, holding back, doing nothing. This is why I love tarot. This is why I pull the tarot cards. There's always somebody watching, some motherfucker watching me who says, nah, this ain't that's not my person. It's not real. This guy's full of shit. This is bullshit. Look, I said this is nothing. And I said it's bullshit. And I said that they, I told you everything. Everything that just fell here is exactly, this whole reading is right there. They're just content right now in the 3D that they're afraid to get, this is a lack of self-worth. This is someone who keeps love bottled up because of past pain. And they know the truth, but they just lie to themselves. Ourselves are the #1 person we lie to in life. They lie to themselves, and they generate all kinds of fears, and they hold back, and just bullshit. They tell themselves the craziest stories to hold back and do nothing, okay, about fixing this. All because they're a carpet sweeper. There's a lot of stuff that needs to be addressed, and they just figure, I feel it in the energy, I know how the King of Wands thinks. They just figure, if I bring all this up, if all this comes up and I start talking about it with the people around me, it's just going to stir up a bunch of trouble, and I don't want any trouble. I just want to keep doing my thing that I'm doing every day. But underneath it all is misery. Okay? I'll just phrase it that way. Why is the 10 of Cups here? But in the soul, there's this fantasy land of how happy they could be. And this is why right here, we pick it up here and look, we get a Chariot, we get an Ace of Wands. This is where this Ace of Wands wants to happen. Why is the 10 of Cups here? Tell me about the 10 of Cups. Let's talk about their soul energy. That's what's important. This person's a caged soul. They have been since I've been pulling on them. And they flip-flop. They go round and round, back and forth. Going through life with blinders on, it's tough to see. But in that theme song for Alice, Alice broke free. The song is about her taking off the blinders and breaking free and being out on her own. The best she got was a waitress in a diner, but that's fine. She was happy, she was good, she was the main character. Good for her. All right, 10 of Cups. Why is it here? 5 of Pentacles. 5 of Pentacles, in most cases, including this one, it's something we do to ourselves. We leave ourselves out in the cold. Somebody here, by leaving this in fantasy land and dealing with everything I've been telling you here, behaving this way, is just leaving themselves out in the cold. There is, look, the sad rose. There is a lack of self-worth here. There is somebody who doesn't feel worthy of what they feel for this connection. They probably tell themselves that, oh, they dodged a bullet anyway. I'm a mess. I'm this, I'm that. I'm nothing but trouble. Whatever it is. Whatever they said, it's all bullshit they tell themselves. Fear generator here, fear generator here. What's on top? The magician. Well, you are in their soul, okay? I'm reading this as a bit, there's a soul contract here. And I've been getting this a lot in August, and I'm getting it here because September is about destiny. Okay? It reeks of it, like I said. And I'm going to be pulling on destiny all month. Yeah, there is here, but somebody here can get out of this, is what the universe is saying. They can bring this into reality. But they've got to deal with what they've swept under the carpet. They've got to deal with that 3 swords. That pain. And I've got all kinds of scenarios running through my head of what happened. One of the main scenarios is, again, somebody's spouse or something like that hurt them, or someone from the past hurt them, and they just never recovered from it. They shut the fuck down because of it, and they shut things out, and they run from things that might make them happy just because they don't want to risk getting more hurt. But what they don't realize is they don't know how energy works. And that negative energy feeds itself. They're getting more hurt anyway. That's why you deal with that energy as it comes in, and you don't let it fester. This is the kind of shit that makes therapists rich. Okay? Right here, why is the magician here? 8 of Pentacles. They have the ability to fix this. If they put in the work, they have the ability to fix this, is what the universe is saying. But because the affecting energy is 5 Pentacles, their choice, minor arcana, their free will choice, is to just leave this in fantasy land and stay on this path of whatever the fuck this is. Okay? For now, I see another flare-up coming. Their hemorrhoids are going to flare up again, and they're going to want to get out of this. We'll see what happens when we pull on the Ace of Wands. For now, let's pull on this out-of-control chariot. Okay? Because that's what it is. This is the white horse. This is the black horse. And they're going and pulling this person. They're ripping this person to shreds. And the only thing holding it all together is 3 swords. That pain they haven't dealt with. And now there's also pain because of they didn't come toward this. The soulmate connection represents the happiness. So there's pain there too. By denying themselves things that make them happy, they're also generating pain. So again, like I said, it's a double-edged sword. They're hurting themselves anyway. Why is the chariot here? Why? Out of control chariot. Cold detachment. There's an energy of cold detachment around this chariot. I believe it. With the cards that fell on top of the King of Wands, the Burger King, I believe it. This is a very stubborn energy. It's someone who is shut down, but isn't shut down. Knows the truth. The Queen of Swords knows the truth, is the truth, speaks the truth. Right? But it's cold. It's a snowy owl. They live cold weather up there in the Arctic. They're cold. It's snowy owl. It's colored like snow because it lives in snow. Okay? Good camouflage right here. You probably step on one of these if you didn't know. You know, you got to be careful. That's it. It's a cold, detached energy around this. Still something this person just refuses to look at. What's on top? 3 of Pentacles. There's a defensiveness toward any kind of anything of working with other people. It's as though somebody here just wants to do their thing. Right? They just want to do their thing. It's like I told you earlier. Again, it's a general reading. I can't pinpoint it exactly. But it's similar to the example I gave you earlier. Oh, if I bring all this up, it's just gonna stir up shit, and we're gonna fight, and there's gonna be a big mess and drama. I'm just gonna keep doing what I'm doing. And what they're doing is distracting themselves. What they're doing is they're defensive toward working with anybody, toward doing anything with anybody, because these two are read together. 7 of Wands, 3 of Pentacles. Why is the 3 of Pentacles here? 9 of Swords. Look at that. It's an escalation. We look for an escalation in tarot. This is actually encouraging. This is why I say their hemorrhoids about to flare up again, and they're going to want out of this, out of their marriage, out of their family, out of their energy, and come toward the soulmate connection. I believe that's true with the 9 swords here. It keeps them up at night because they know better. Of course they know better. I got the Queen of Swords here. I had the King of Swords in the intro. They know the goddamn truth. They know better. Keeps them up at night, pacing the kitchen at 2 in the morning with a bottle of whiskey. They're pacing day and night. Day and night. This person all up in their head, They know they're making a huge mistake. Why? Probably because the energy around them has changed. It's a new energy now. It's an energy that's conducive to bringing the 10 of Pentacles or 10 of Cups here into reality. All right? It's very, and the universe even says they can do it. But the universe doesn't have any faith in this person at all with the 5 of Pentacles here. The universe got pessimistic on us. 5 of Pentacles crossing here. Oh, they can do this, Steve. They can. If they put in the work, they can totally do this. And they can take this 10 of Cups and make it a reality if they want to. But they're not. You know, right here, even in the 3D, carrying over. They're not. Self-sabotage, deception, all the while with this one eye open on the fox. They know what they want to do, but they're afraid to come get it. So there's all sorts of things playing out here. It all whatever your specific situation is, it boils down to this person's lack of self-esteem. They don't have the gumption to stand up for themselves and say, this is mine. I want it. You know, it's like that old Van Halen song, and most of you probably don't know it, from OU812 called Mine All Mine. I think y'all, whether you're a Van Halen fan or not, should read Sammy Hagar's lyrics. You should Google that song and read Sammy Hagar's lyrics to Mine All Mine. If you want to understand this top row of energy, stand up and say, hey, this is mine. You know, that's what they need to do. But they're not doing that. Stop looking out, start looking in. Be your own best friend. Those are lyrics from the song. You know, that's what this person needs to do. Your person, whoever this is, needs to listen to Van Halen's Mine All Mine. Or read the lyrics, if it's not their kind of music. Whatever. Although Eddie does a brilliant guitar solo on it. I'll tell you what. It's worth listening to. But either way, Mine All Mine. They need to stop looking out and start looking in. Even the universe is saying that here. Yeah, if they start doing the work, they could totally do this. I'm shuffling. But I'm giving you the energy too. This is an important reading. This is important for you to understand. Especially if you ask yourself, why do they stay in their situation? They're not happy. This is why. This is why most people stay in situations they're not happy in. Because it's easier. Number one reason. The number two reason, they just don't have the self-worth to stand up and take claim of their life. Stick a flagpole in their own damn mountain. You know? All right. Why is the Ace of Swords, or Ace of Wands here? It feels like an Ace of Swords. Why is the Ace of Wands here? They do know the truth. That Freudian slip means something. Let's go. You ready? Final. It's crossed by the Page of Wands. Yep, their hemorrhoid's going to flare up. This is communication. There's an energy of someone who's going to get very curious about what this fox's one eye is looking at. And they're likely to at least get the gumption, the idea, the notion to get out of this and come toward the soulmate connection. Maybe they're watching right now and they went and Googled the lyrics for Van Halen's Mine All Mine. Maybe. I don't know. That should certainly spur them on and give them the gumption to want to try something new. Try something new. You know, there's always a risk in life of getting hurt. So the fuck what? We learn more from that than we learn more from mistakes than we ever will from anything we get right. And if you don't take chances, fortune favors the brave, the bold, however you want to phrase it. What's so tough? 2 swords. Again, it's a cock block. It's someone who just repeatedly lies to themselves. Whatever that means for your person. They lie to themselves repeatedly, over and over and over again. This 2 of Swords is read with this. And net, this is 7 swords plus 2 swords. It leads to this. It's 9 swords. It's the universe. It's the reading itself cross-checking itself. This person could talk themselves. I think I've said this about your person before. This person could talk themselves out of a free bag of money. They could. I mean, honest to fucking God. Even the universe says you can have this 10 of Cups. I've given you the energy. It's here. The cycle has changed. The energy around you is new. You just smell the air. Just put in a little bit of work. I think they have in the past. And I think what happens is their defense mechanism and their coping mechanism kick in at the same time. It's like someone who doesn't know how to drive a standard transmission on a car. Usually where people go wrong is they start to shift the gear before they finish pushing in the clutch, right? Kind of a thing like that. And what, you get a grinding gear if you do that. This is what happens. Your person's gears are grinding like that. And then that freaks them out, and then they go back in their hidey hole of lying to themselves, coping mechanism, all that kind of stuff. They're doing two things at the same time, defense mechanism and coping mechanism. Defense mechanism is ego and lies, saying everything is okay. Coping mechanism is lies to themselves and fears generating and just staying where they're at because it's easier than stirring things up. Their coping mechanism is hiding. It's running. It's silence. It's shutting down. Their defense mechanism is pretending that they're actually somebody with an ego and self-worth. To the outside observer, your person would probably appear someone who has their shit together, someone very admirable, someone who's very confident, smiles a lot, very happy. To the outside observer, wouldn't surprise me. Why is 2 swords here? 6 of Wands. Again, everything I just told you, they feel some sort of victory in that. There's a chance they show up. Actually, no. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to be that reader. And I don't give a fuck if your thumb's down the... I don't give 2 shits rat's asses. If this reading helps one person, I've done my job. And that's all that fucking matters, is that one motherfucking person. So, whoever you are, listen up. This motherfucker ain't coming towards you. Their hemorrhoid's going to flare up. They're going to get... Not in September, anyway. If they do, they're going to run real fast away. Because... their hemorrhoid's going to flare up. They're going to get the notion, like a match lighting up. They're going to get the notion that yes, I've made a decision. I'm going to go toward the soulmate connection. But as soon as they start to really think about it, as soon as their brain starts to generate fears and all of that, they're just going to back down again, and we're going to go back around in a loop, in a circle. They're going to change their mind. And I don't like telling you that. I wish I was one of those readers that's going to lie to you and tell you that, because they think to themselves, oh my God, if I say that they're not coming in, nobody's going to watch the reading and they won't come back. I don't care if you don't come back. Okay? I don't. Come back, come here, watch me, whatever you want to do. I don't care. Doesn't matter to me. These readings are for you, but if you don't want it, don't come get it. I'll be all right. But I don't think they do. I don't think that they show up in September. I do think we're going to see readings throughout September that are going to tell us that they're going to have the notion to. I'm going to see them start to work on things in the background, start to put together plans to get away from whatever energies are around them. Yep, we're going to see that. But I think they're going to go right back to where they were. I think this is a big loop, is what I think. I think they're going to Toons is the driving cat right off the road, because why? Yes, okay, fine. By the cards, they show up. You got communication coming from somebody. 6 of Wands right there. They get victory over the lies they tell themselves. Okay. There's your sugarcoat. Why do I, Steve, think that won't happen? And they'll just fall back on this shit again? Because this is minor arcana, the final outcome. And it's too dependent upon their free will. It is. And even the universe doesn't have faith in your person's decision making. Excuse me. Lost my voice. Sorry about that. I need some water. Wow. I'm just telling you the truth. Even the universe doesn't have faith in your person's decision making. All right. They've been sitting in this for too long. That 3 of Swords from the pre-shuffle is old energy. Old. I call it Kurt Cobain in pain. That's old music. Kurt Cobain's been dead since 1994, April 94, I think, or 93, one of those 2 years. That's a long time ago. It's almost 30 years ago. That's old. It's old energy. All right? So they've been going back and forth with this for a long time. Your soulmate connection, when you cross paths with this person, brought up some things. Brought up some shit for them to look at. Yes. And that's what started the cycle where it's faster and faster, and they've been looking at it on whatever. But they're not doing shit about it. It's right here with the 4 of Swords, with the 7 Swords on top and the 4 of Pentacles. All of these are cards of somebody that's not doing shit about it. Yet the universe says that they could. And they'd be just fine. They would all live happily ever after. Their soul is screaming at them to try something. And what are they doing? Environmental energy of the soul is, I'm not worthy. They're leaving themselves out in the cold. 5 of Pentacles. Sad rose in the animal deck here. Let's go. I'm going back to the Light Seer. I'm going to pull 3 cards, see what else the universe wants to tell you. All right? Let's see. Maybe it'll tell you I'm wrong. I hope it does. Okay, fine. Buy the cards, they show up. Okay. But you're still getting somebody who's full of shit. I don't see the Dark Night of the Soul here. I don't know. I don't know what it makes sense. I won't say it doesn't make sense because it is the Leo soap opera. It is what it is. Let's go. Bottom of the decks where we always pull. 9 of Cups, Hermit, King of Cups, Page of Wands crossing the Hermit. These are red center, left, right. Page. Let's take the base energy first. Page of Wands. Yep. Their soul is screaming at them to go towards you, to try something new, to break free, to go for their 9 of Cups. Their wish fulfilled. Yep. And I believe they will this month. They will attempt it anyway, because she already jumped. She's already in the air. But the King of Pentacles is the problem. And in a Leo, in every sign reading, the King of Pentacles is one card that means something different. In a Cancer reading, the King of Pentacles, as they come up quite a bit, is the 8-point buck with rainbow antlers. Cancer is irreplaceable to their person. They're so, they are just, no, they never met anyone like them. Well, that's the case here too in the Leo. But in the Leo connection, this just represents their stability. This represents, I almost picture somebody who's married to someone older than them. Someone much older who's got the money and the bucks, and they just, but I don't think that's the case. I'm just saying that's just how the energy feels. It's that stability. It's that anchor that keeps them there. It's their defense mechanisms kicking in. Their soul is urging them to move forward. It's what's stopping them is they have to walk away from whatever this is to do that. And they don't have the confidence to do it. They don't have the self-esteem to do it. I believe that's true based on how I'm reading the energy. And the way they get that self-esteem, that confidence to do it, is by looking at those 3 swords. By looking at whatever that past pain is, all the stuff that's carpet swept, take it out, look at it, acknowledge it. All they have to do is do that. And it'll start a snowball effect that will change their life. They refuse to do that. It's just there. It's hidden. It's all. You saw it in the Moon card in the pre-shuffle with that Queen of Cups underwater. Queen of Cups crossed by the 7 of Wands. It's just blocked. Blocked love. That's what I get. They are going to get the notion to leave their situation and come toward the soulmate connection. You mean a lot to them. It's true. I see it here. You're the 10 of Cups in the soul. They're going to get the notion to do it. Whether they show up or not, I wouldn't bet they would. Now, I'm not really a betting person. I think that they will defense mechanism and coping mechanism their way out of it somehow and stay where they're at because it's easier, which is the number one reason people stay in situations that are toxic or bad or that they're done with or whatever. There's always an excuse machine running. That is your reading. It's honest. If you don't like it, tough shit. Okay? These connections, this cycle means a lot to me. I wouldn't be out here on YouTube if it didn't. I wouldn't be expending my energy so much if it wasn't important. So if I helped one person today with this reading, just one, then I've done my job, like I said, karmically speaking. If you like this reading, please like, share, and subscribe. Appreciate all the subscribers, everybody who shares, and everybody who watches. All right? Good luck.